Namaste. Of the 5 days of Diwali, the most celebrated, of course, is the festival of Diwali itself. And the festival that spreads its light and laughter across the length and breadth of the community and is celebrated with great intensity. We must remember that there are regional differences, of course, about the number of days in Diwali and also how they are celebrated, differences in what is done and how it is done. And there are differences in the north and the south, etc. But everyone will know that there is a spiritual significance of this day in the Hindu calendar. It is said that not only does it destroy disease and sorrow and suffering, but also brings wisdom and wealth and indeed liberation, moksha. Most Hindus begin the festival with a deep cleaning of their homes and surroundings, similar to spring cleaning in the UK. And homes and streets are illuminated with colourful lights, rangoli art and other festive decoration, and it is believed that the cleanliness invokes and welcomes the presence of goddess Lakshmi, who is the goddess of prosperity and wealth. And of course, in some parts of India, this is seen as the advent of goddess Lakshmi, in the sense that she is born on this day. So Diwali is also time for selfless giving donation, dana, and it is also about selfless service, seva, so as to share all these blessings which Mother Goddess Lakshmi is giving us according to our own appropriate blessings that we have received in our lives. I remember my father taking us to feed the hungry during this festive time, and he would be giving money to charities, donating time, money to worthy causes, and finding ways to help people who are suffering and to try and alleviate their suffering in one way or the other. This festival is also a very social occasion. It's a time for friends, family to gather together, to share a meal and to take part in special puja for Diwali, especially Mahalakshmi, and celebrate in many different ways through stories and symbols and activities. And people often recite scriptural stories, contemplate on their meanings and the values they wish to live by. Many people will start the new business year at Diwali and offer special praise to the Mother Lakshmi for a prosperous year ahead. When we think of Diwali, we think of one of the most popular stories of Diwali in this Hindu epic, the Ramayana, the journey of Lord Sri Rama, the incarnation of Vishnu. The Ramayana was originally composed in Sanskrit, but of course there are hundreds of tellings of this story in many different languages, regional languages as well, and it is a very popular throughout Southeast Asia, in countries like even Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand. Very often during Diwali, communities will showcase retellings of the tale through music, dance and drama. Especially in Southeast Asia, there are many of these occasions when dramas created on stage and watched by hundreds of people. So the story is this: thousands of years ago in the kingdom of Ayodhya, located in the northern part of India, there was a king and a noble prince by the name of Prince Rama. And Prince Rama was adored by everyone, respected by many, and considered to be an embodiment of dharma, righteous living. And Prince Ram is, of course, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And Prince Ram, as the eldest son, was said to become the king of the kingdom. But her misdirected co-mother banished him into the forest for 14 years in exile so that her own son could become king instead. Prince Ram did not go alone as his wife, Princess Sita, who is considered as an incarnation of Goddess Lakshmi and the embodiment of nature itself. And his loyal younger brother Lakshmana also accompanied him. One day, a powerful king King Ravana of Lanka saw Princess Sita and was enchanted by her and wanted to capture her. King Ravana came up with a plan to distract Prince Rama and Prince Lakshman so that he could kidnap Princess Sita and make her his own wife. When Princess Sita went missing, Prince Ram went searching for King Ravana and sought the help of the great warrior Hanumanji and his armies, who agreed to help find her. Prince Ram, Prince Lakshman and Hanuman had to fight this powerful King Ravana to get Princess Sita back. After a fierce battle, they all survived, of course, and got reunited, and after completing their 14-year exile, Prince Rama, Princess Sita, Prince Lakshman re-entered the kingdom of Ayodhya, where the people rejoiced and its lamps were lit all over the kingdom to welcome them back and to usher in the just and kind rule of Prince Rama. Being the darkest night of the month on that particular day when he returned, the entire city was lit up to welcome Lord Rama. With rows and rows of lights, Ayodhya looked like a city full of light and full of joy and full of celebration. And that's why Diwali is referred to as the festival of lights and is a celebration of the victory of good over evil. This theme is mostly associated with the celebration of Diwali. But beyond just thinking about victory over good or over evil, there is a spiritual significance in terms of our own journey, yours and mine, our own journey and the inner battle which is taking place within ourselves, where the ego, the selfish ego Ravana, locks away devotion in the form of Mother Sita, locks her away, this selfish ego. And to rescue her, what we need is Lord Rama himself, the divine presence within ourselves, and his brother who represents wisdom and action, to release her from the clutches of the ego who has lost its way in desire and anger. If we look at our lives, we are also in a way lost in our own selves because of this ego which goes out and wants things, acquire things, to hoard things, and in the process devotion is lost, wisdom is lost, righteous action is lost. And therefore Ramayana also represents this inner battle which needs to take place. And this battle, when it is greatly assisted by Hanumanji and the presence of Hanumanji in our life, who is the greatest devotee full of strength and wisdom, then there is a victory which we will all experience and find our true purpose and go towards a righteous way of living. So what is all this about then? We need to understand the true purpose of life as enlightenment, to follow the righteous path, to walk in the light, enlightening the light of knowledge within our minds, devotion in our hearts, purity in our actions through dharmic way of living. It is only then that we reach the highest goal of our human existing. Wishing you all a very happy and a prosperous Diwali. Hari Om.